Amazing how what goes around comes around, and in this case, how some seriously dodgy investments made by the Crown financial institutes under the Labor government and vigorously defended by them when challenged are now coming under fire from, surprise, surprise, Labor, now that they're in opposition. It was only a few years back that the Labor government provoked a frenzy of condemnation from the press gallery and political pundits alike when it was revealed that the superannuation fund was linked to companies which invest in cluster munitions and nuclear weapons production. Superannuation fund is just one of this government's 5 Crown financial institutes, all of which have that nice ring of sound, conservative, socially responsible investment options, but apparently not. Superannuation fund, as was mentioned earlier by David Bennett, is run by a Crown entity called the Guardians of New Zealand Superannuation, who have had investments in whaling, anti-personnel landmines, the tobacco industry, and cluster munitions, for God's sake. To their credit, though, the Guardians have dumped their tobacco stocks based on that set of international guidelines on environmental, social and governance issues. And indeed, the Māori Party agrees wholeheartedly with the proposal of this bill that all 5 Crown financial institutes sign up to a commitment on ethical investment based on socially responsible and environmentally sustainable development. And Guardian's decision to dump its tobacco investment explains perfectly why we support this bill so strongly. Now, everyone knows that the Māori Party has been the key driver behind setting up the Māori Affairs Select Committee inquiry into the tobacco industry. Tobacco is directly responsible for the deaths of some 5,000 New Zealanders every year, more than 600 of whom are Māori, and responsible for billions upon billions of dollars of indirect cost to this country every single year through health costs and the loss of productivity. Well, a few weeks back, thanks to the support of ASH, we had the honour of having Dr. Jeffrey Wygane come before our inquiry. Dr. Wygane, as people will know, was played by our Academy Award winner Russell Crowe in a memorable movie called The Insider, a story about Dr. Wygane's time working within the tobacco industry and becoming a key witness against the industry in multi-billion-dollar court cases all across the United States of America. Anyway, Dr. Wygane told us heaps of stuff, including how the tobacco industry had solid data on which to base its cigarette sales to different ethnic groups, how their lawyers rewrote tobacco company reports to make cigarettes look safe, how flavouring was added to make cigarettes taste nice, how chemicals were added to make the nicotine addiction work faster, and how tobacco companies specifically targeted young people to replace older consumers who had died off from tobacco diseases. That's what I mean when I say the tobacco industry is an example of the kinds of unethical investment we are all well rid of. Mark Peck, a former Labour MP who was never able to get any real action on stopping tobacco, has gone on to become the director of the Smoke Free Coalition and said something that I really agree with. There's nothing good about the tobacco industry. It has lied about the harm its product causes to smokers, lied about the addictiveness of tobacco products, and lied about the harm caused by second-hand smoke. And because of these lies, millions of people have died. Well, the Māori Party welcomes this new resolve from Labour to set some benchmarks in making it morally untenable for taxpayer funds to be invested in projects which are neither socially responsible nor environmentally sustainable, and we are happy to support this bill. Kia ora, Mr. Speaker.
I call Stuart Nash.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand in support